Top-seeded Lexington looking to claim their first district championship since Cade Stover and the boys cut down the nets back in 2018. But the number 3-seeded Sandusky Blue Streaks stand in their way, winners in 11 of their last 13, including a lopsided victory over the Minutemen. It's live and free tournament basketball streaming right in the palm of your hands. Pre-game coverage, opening tip-off, all coming up from the Haas. Next. You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free. Thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Don't just get around this winter season, conquer it with the 2025 Ford Escape. With 25 models to choose from, the Escape is built for all types of weather, from blizzards to blue skies. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy every moment with tech features that keep you in control, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. Or your kids and neighbors. The 2025 Ford Escape. Ready for winter, ready for you.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skowronski. You just heard me on the call, and you can hear me and all the other family of OH reporters pretty much every night here on the Future of Local Sports. It's the Susan Falde pregame show. Buy and sell with confidence with Susan at Haring Realty. Exciting showdown for the district crown tonight. Two of the top 3 seeds are just about set for battle. Welcome inside of the fabulous Haas, everybody. I am Brian Skowronski, Joe Balogh here with me tonight. It is a great setting for an awesome matchup, Coach. This is what tournament basketball is all about.
Yeah, district finals are special basketball games. And a lot of them going on tonight throughout the state will be going on also tomorrow. And these are games that usually I think are one of the tougher games to play just from the standpoint. The two teams that usually get here are very good basketball teams, and they have some familiarity with each other. Although Sandusky and Lex are not in the same league, they did play in the regular season, and there's a history of them playing here in the districts.
Tell you more about the Blue Streaks and their journey to get here. 16-7 overall, winning the Lake Division yet again, and they've been playing some seriously good basketball since Christmas, Joe. A dangerous team, and we saw the other night they got a ton of team speed.
Yeah, I mean, they really, Coach Moore really challenged his team early in the season. I mean, they played the likes of Elyria, Upper Arlington, Richmond Heights. They played a very tough schedule. So you look at it and you say, well, 7 losses, but 5 of those losses really are pretty quality basketball teams. So he's trying to prepare him for a run here because this is a senior-laden group that's had a lot of success. Felt like they just disappointed themselves last year when they got beat, I believe, first game of the tournament, I think, against Perrysburg when they were Division I. So this team's kind of on a mission here this year to see how far they can make this run in the tournament.
Our player spotlight tonight, we're going to go with Amir Aaron. He's kind of like lightning in a bottle every time he has the basketball in his hands, and I think he's going to be a very tough matchup for these Lex guards here tonight.
Yeah, and on a Wednesday night, I think he took a shot above the eye and had a pretty severe cut and was out of the game for almost all the second quarter, and then came back and was just outstanding in the second half. So him and his running mate, Jason Henlon, are going to be two guards that are going to be really hard to defend.
Streaks doing their patented defensive slides all around the floor as they gather up as a team for one last time on the floor before they get ready for action here tonight. Our team spotlight here for the Lexington Minutemen, another OCC championship season, and like the Streaks, they've been playing really, really well in 2025. 11-1 over their last 12, and what we saw in the semifinals, it's just a confident team. I feel like they've got some good team chemistry, and they're very deep too, Joe.
And they've been tested through the year. The OCC, a very good league that they won, going undefeated in the OCC. One loss in the OCC, playing at Worcester that they got beat, but ended the regular season with a win over Berlin Highland. Even though Berlin Highland's, I believe, division either 6 or 7, one of the best programs in the state. They won by 2 in that game. But, Lex is going to have their hands full tonight because one of the things that Sandusky wants to do is they want to pressure you. And as we saw the other night, Senior High handled that pressure really well for about 28 minutes, and then it just kind of fell apart. And that's what a team like Sandusky loves to do, is they're depending that they're going to get you to turn the ball over 3 or 4 times in a row somewhere during the game. It could be early, it could be late. But those 8-0, 10-0 runs in a game like tonight could be really, really key.
And our key player for the Minutemen, how about Joe Caudill and the season this kid's been having? Committed to play football at Michigan State, still has his senior year to come. He got in foul trouble. He really struggled. I thought kind of pressed when he got back in the semis. But he's an awesome athlete. And he, too, like we were saying about Amir, he's just so big and physical, he might be a matchup nightmare on the other side for Sandusky.
The post play of Lexington could be trouble for Sandusky. The question is, can Lex get the ball into the post? Because the pressure that Sandusky's guards can put on a ball handler or a passer can make it difficult. But I think if they're able to get the ball into the lane to those two guys, Lex can have a lot of success.
And we're about set for the national anthem. Looks like we've got a string quartet in the building. Bringing it to you live and free. I think no school in the area does a better job of just mixing it up when it comes to that national anthem than here at the Haas, right?
Yeah, we talked about that the other night, Brian, just how special this place is for tournament basketball. And they're always doing something unique to make it really a special experience for the teams that play here in the district.
And speaking of the district, we'll show you how we've gotten to this point so far. Here is the Division III Northwest District. And Lexington so far, they've slayed back-to-back OCC opponents, handling Madison and then Ashland here the other night in the semifinals for Sandusky. They also took on a league opponent to get things started, and then they trailed for most of the night against Mansfield Senior, and then I think it was a 31-11 fourth quarter, something like that, where they just took control and they seized it and got the win.
And the thing that they do so well is they just pressure you. They pressure you both offensively and defensively, and They just want to get that 1 or 2 runs in the game that make a difference, and that's what happened, unfortunately, for Mansfield Senior. That was in the last 4 minutes of that basketball game.
Teams getting lined up, just about set here to meet the starting lineups for both units, and each also will go pretty heavily into their bench. Both will probably play 8 guys, maybe even 9. We'll see how the flow of the game goes here tonight. Sandusky, of course, the visitor here tonight. They're in their dark uniforms, and then Lexington will be the home team as the number 1 seed.
Well, and you mentioned about bench players coming off the bench. I mean, Dale Johnson, number 23 for the Streaks, came in the second half and had 10 points after not playing in the first half the other night. That was a big key. And, of course, for Lex, it was Jacob Legrand coming off the bench. I think burying 4 threes in the game and was just outstanding. So you need your best players to play their best, but also typically in a game like this, there's going to be some kind of role player that steps up and plays big also.
Dive into our keys to victory here for Sandusky. For the Blue Streaks, I just feel like you got to go after the post players of Lexington on the defensive side of things. You're going to have the quickness advantage. Get after them, try to get some tip balls, some loose change, and we see if they can get in a track meet with teams. They're almost always going to be the front runner.
Yeah, I think that one of the keys is when you say go after their post players, I think a lot of that would possibly involve offensive transition for the Streaks to see how quick their post players get down the floor if they can beat Lex's post players. But again, Caudill and Fogel, great size, but both great athletes. You know, my key is just for Sandusky is attack. I mean, we've many times talked in a game that about defensive pressure, but Sandusky's a team that our offense puts pressure on you also, because if you don't get back, they're going right to the rim with it. So it's going to be key for Lex to get back in defensive transition tonight.
Now it's time for the starting lineups for both sides. First man up off the bench, Arion Arrington, senior for the Streaks, pitching in about 7 points per game. And over on the other side, Seven Allen. The junior's having such an amazing season, over 300 points, and is a great distributor. He's got the quickness to keep up with the guards on the other side.
But the problem a little bit is, I don't know, Lex's other guards are going to have to be able to step up and handle that pressure and quickness of the Sandusky guards, because Sandusky really has 3 guards that are just extremely quick.
Just saw Jason Henling get up off the bench. He was the 2-time Lake Division Player of the Year. Gavin Husty having a great season, sharp shooter for them. If he gets open, you can almost always book it. Lazorian Bonner about 8 points per game, number 3 for Sandusky. Now here's Braden Fogel, new number 22, the junior, nearly averaging 13.5 points per game during his junior campaign. Love Kobe Brown, senior season, 13.5 points, over 4 rebounds, and then our player spotlight, there's Caudill getting crowned there at the end. The big boy can really create havoc on the inside. Check out our keys to victory tonight for the Minutemen. Maybe. No, maybe not. Well, Joe, we'll just talk about it. Yep. You just got to get back on defense, straight up. I mean, This team's so lightning quick. Make sure that you're retreating when you have to. Have your guards. Make sure that they don't get ahead of you. And if they're able to do that and slow them down and not make it a track meet, could be a good night for Lex.
Well, and then my key was 1 and done for Lex. The other night, Mansfield had Sandusky shooting jumpers and they weren't making them, but they just couldn't get the rebound. And as we mentioned, I think in the first half they had 15 offensive rebounds that really kept them in the basketball game.
Opening tip-off one here by Lexington to get into the hands of their star point guard Allen, and now Caudill. Lexington fans letting the whole world know they believe they will win, as there's plenty of contact inside. No whistle. And the pull-up J for Brown, the first 2 points of the night.
So Kobe Brown coming right out of the gate quick, and Sandusky picking up in their full-court man-to-man pressure. Good pass by Seven Allen.
And an immediate response here for the Minutemen.
And that's where Falde and Caudill can really be effective, is in the lane.
3 balls up for Brown. The Blue Streaks do not shoot it well from beyond the arc, as we saw the other night in that game against Mansfield.
And that's a shot that Lex would gladly give up, and they just got to make sure they rebound the basketball.
Little up fake, then Seven Allen able to bury the jumper. First lead of the night for Big Lex.
Sandusky going into a set here. Looks like they're going to run a ball screen for Henlon as he pulls up and nails it.
Excellent sign here for the Streaks. If you can get that boy pumped up here offensively, he is a load.
Well, and in our post-game interview, he was talking about just wanting to get back to this game and playing and trying to advance.
Some help comes down on Falde. He's got to give it up.
Yep, that's a good, interesting matchup. Kobe Brown against Braden Falde. And the pressure there by Amir Aaron. Almost turned it over.
Here it is on our Fairway Independent Mortgage Company replay. Just harassing on the perimeter. That's the calling card for the Streaks. That's how they've got themselves into position here, trying to get back to regionals.
Now, as aggressive as Sandusky plays, Lex has got to look at some of those backdoor cuts like they had on their first possession. And turned it over. First turnover for Lex.
Good sign here for DeMar Moore's group. Now in his 3rd year, 63 victories already for the young coach. Quite the resume.
Yep, you got to like that resume a lot. Sandusky's been a really good basketball program throughout history, but has really been really good here probably the past 6-7 years. And DeMar Moore taking over for Colin Irish after the COVID year has done an excellent job and very good player for the Blue Streaks in his day.
Here's another 3 launch by the Streaks, and they've hit their first 2, Joe.
As we said, Kobe Brown. For the year, they only shoot 23%, but they are ready to play tonight, and almost a steal. Zorian Bonner almost had the steal.
Launch by the Streaks, and they've hit their first 2, Joel.
Not a good sign for Lex if Sandusky's going to be able to make those 3-point jumpers tonight. And a deflection and a steal here.
So a bit of a sluggish start here for the Minutemen.
Well, about 20 minutes before the game, Brian, I think you mentioned about maybe the concern of the crowd. It's going to be a full house here tonight. It's getting packed in.
Caudill didn't get a piece of it according to the referee.
Yep. Bonner there with the jumper from 15 just came up way short. But you got to like this matchup here, Amir Aaron and Seven Allen.
That is just speed on quickness.
There's another backdoor cut.
Good look there for Latrell Hughes, point-blank range. Now back the other way, Blue Streaks, extra pass, long 2. And Falde Caudill battling for the rebound.
Well, one and done is what they need to do, and that's a good possession there, but here comes the trap.
Husty feeling the pressure, tipped out of his hands. Gavin reclaims.
They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout tonight presented by Direction Credit Union. Be the first charge here to Lexington and Scott Hamilton.
You know, Husty did a pretty good thing there because he saw the trap, and one of the things that you can do against a trap is try to back it up. The problem was nobody really came with him, and he had no outlet. You know, we use the term a lot that we call to rescue the ball. In those situations, you got to have somebody coming to the basketball, and typically the read was you're going to look sideline, middle, and ball reversal. But Lex really had no one flash into the basketball there on that possession. So 8-4, 4:12 to go here in the first quarter.
Scoreboard tonight presented by our friends over at McCready Interiors, Norwalk, the furniture idea. Double comes out. Husty gives it up immediately.
Yeah, and Husty didn't even look at the basket there. He stayed to the sideline. So turnover number 3 for Lex here in the first quarter.
And with Braden Falde out on the perimeter like that, hasn't made a 3 all year, so you can give a lot of space.
Yeah, you're going to give space, and you're going to just try to control his drive so he can't get to the lane. But, you know, he's skilled enough that he can get in the lane with his dribble.
Another 3 put up by the Streaks. This is completely different from what we saw the other night.
Yeah, 3 threes to start the first quarter and another turnover.
Push it ahead here and up and under. How about that extra pass? Blue Streaks. Phenomenal start up by 9.
Yep.
Oh, how about that? The 2 juniors connect. Falde can't get the friendly hop. 7 Allen, though, with an exquisite dish.
It slipped out of Aaron's hands. He had Azorian Bonner cutting right to the basket, but just not able to control it. First turnover for the Blue Streaks, 4 turnovers for the Minutemen.
Awesome last pass, though, on that fast break set up for the Streaks. Almost a giveaway again by Lex. Got to get across the timeline. They can't. Wow.
Well, a lot of energy right now from the Blue Streaks. They have a great focus and are really engaged in what they want to do in this basketball game. So 13-4, the start here for the Blue Streaks.
Pull up, in and out here on the long 2 try. Falde spinning.
And that's where he's good right there. You know, he can get to the basket in just 1 or 2 dribbles, and if he gets in the lane, his strength, really nobody can handle him.
Yeah, has been shooting at a very high percentage his entire career, over 60% again, junior campaign.
Well, there's a 1 and done, which is what Lex needs to do.
Oh, Allen shot out of a cannon, and he puts that one through. So a quick 4-0 run here for Lexington. Nice response.
Yep.
Arrington from the elbow, facing up.
Ran a little flex action there.
And Brown able to put it through.
Kobe Brown with 7 here in the first quarter. He's off to a great start.
Streaks shooting it very well so far. Excellent dime yet again by Allen. He's got that dialed in.
Yep. Aaron gambled just a little bit, and 7 Allen made him pay, got him on his back. Help came up and made a great dish to Falde.
The 3 is loose. Airmail this time from Arrington. And the Lex crowd letting him hear it.
Well, and, you know, if you're Lex's staff, I mean, they've hit 3 threes, but, you know, you start playing, you're going to talk to your team about playing the percentages. They only shoot 23% on the year from the three-point line. So sometimes if they're making threes early, that's good for you, because if they keep shooting them and follow the percentage, it's different.
Got our first free throws of the night coming up here with Braden Falde heading to the charity stripe.
And pretty amazing with how aggressive both teams can play, that's the first foul of the night with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. So Falde going to the line. Only a 52% free throw shooter for the year.
He does have 6 of the first 10 here for the Minutemen.
But interesting right now, neither team has made a substitution yet. And Joe Caudill goes after it and is able to maintain possession for the Minutemen. So great effort there by Joe Caudill on the free throw. And the first sub of the night for the Streaks, Dale Johnson, who came off the bench to score 10 in the second half on Wednesday night.
He was the microwave man, heating things up immediately. Caudill using that big body over the left shoulder for the bucket.
Well, we said if Lex could get the ball into the paint, they could have some success with Caudill and Falde. And a nice baseline out of bounds play there by the Minutemen. What a juke.
Aaron
Block
got
shot.
it deflected, though. In amongst the trees. He's a little late to get back to the party.
Oh.
Falde.
That's a tough shot.
And Lex knocks it out of bounds. Take a look at that last bucket inside on our Fairway replay. Caudill can really be an X factor tonight.
Yep. I mean, as we said, if Falde or Caudill catch it with 2 feet in the lane, that's going to be a problem for Sandusky. About 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Sandusky will probably look for the last shot, and I believe they have possession of the ball coming into the second quarter.
Got him 4 out right now. 2-time SBC Lake Player of the Year on the basketball.
You're gonna anticipate it's probably going to stay in his hands. Look like they're in a high ball screen for him, and they just kind of clear this right side out. Good kick out pass.
Offensive rebound secured. It's good if it goes off the front of the iron, and that is how the first quarter will end. Good game going so far here, folks. End of the first in the books, and the Streaks up by 3. At Grand Ford of Mansfield, all 2024 models must go. Nearly 60 vehicles available with financing as low as 0% or up to $10,000 off popular models like F-150, Bronco Sport, Ranger, Super Duty, and more. View our selection at 1515 West 4th Street in Mansfield or shop online at GramFord.com.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to.
Back here inside of the Haas. 15-12 so far, your score. Sandusky got off to a blistering start, Joe, and then really got to credit Lexington in the #1 seed. They settled in, and they started getting their matchups they liked at the offensive end. They've trimmed it down, single-possession ball game.
Well, and really one of the things, besides Sandusky making some of their jump shots that we said, the other night they couldn't buy a bucket, Lex has done a pretty good job overall when they miss, is that they've limited them to just one shot. As Sandusky only has one offensive rebound, which was on the last play of the quarter.
Hedlund, bit of a knuckleballer. Long rebound up for grabs down on the floor. Jason comes away with it, but it'll be knocked out of bounds by Seven Allen. Hedlund surveys, trying to get people in the right spot. Start here with Redding from the elbow. And he'll try one, and Banks open, baby.
And again, that's a shot Lex is going to say, hey, we'll let them take right now and make them make it.
Allen off balance. Tipped around. Streaks hold them to 1 and done here off the Johnson rebound. Here's a 3-on-3. This is where Sandusky really can excel, and you see why right there.
We cover a lot of games. We haven't really seen a player like Jason Henlon that can absorb contact and kind of hang in the air and finish plays.
Did miss the free throw. Tipped around, and now it's in the hands of Allen, trying to turn up the pressure on the defense. And be knocked out of bounds. Minutemen will retain.
So they scored on their first baseline out of bounds play. Let's see what they get here. Looks like they're bringing LeGrand off of a double into the corner, and he comes right off the bench looking to shoot it.
Had the hot hand in the semifinals as we get a reach-in foul. Buried 5 triples in the win over Ashland. Second team foul here against Lexington.
Yep. Lexington did not have a foul in the first quarters, and only 1 foul was called, I believe, on Sandusky in the first quarter. Little high post entry, and Henlon coming off of a double.
Gets a clean look, front iron, and the board chased out here, Latrell Hughes. LeGrand down to the corner. Caudill got to the block first, but then surrounded instantly. And it'll be over and back.
6th turnover of the night. You can see as soon as Caudill caught it, Sandusky really surrounded him in the low post and just not able to make a good pass out of the post. So Fogel's going to check back in here after getting about a minute and a half rest to start the second quarter. High post entry. Wow.
Strong move, quick spin there. Henlon got in tight and could not come away with 2 points. So the Minutemen trying to get 3 points closer off this triple. It's short from Allen.
And Dale Brown in transition.
Ooh, baby. Nice
offensive
take.
Rebound. That's the 3rd offensive rebound here in the second quarter for the Streaks. And there goes the guy.
I mean, just such unbelievable acceleration. Once he hits the clutch and the gas, baby, he is gone. So is Fogel, normally really gifted with that spin. Jason took it away from him.
Well, this is one of these runs possibly.
In and out, and deflected off of Lex. Show you that last bucket, though, from Jason Henlon. I mean, lightning in a bottle with a human. I said maybe it was Amir, but I don't know.
I mean, the thing is with the scouting reports, you got to get off and try to make him make that pass, and you're going to have to deal with the jump shot. Unless it's Kobe Brown.
Yeah. He has been in fuego tonight, double figures already.
He just kind of has that look in his eye tonight, man, that he has been outstanding here in the first half.
Pumped up the lead to 12 now. Minutemen in need of some offense.
Vogel lowers his head and gets to the lane.
And he'll get fouled off the drive. Should be a shooting foul.
So he went to the line in the first quarter, missed them both. As we said, just a 52% free throw shooter on the season.
He enters the Charter next-gen free throw zone for the second time. 0 for 3, though, to start.
I mean, the interesting thing, you know, Lex is a team shoots 59%. Sandusky's a team shoots 55%. And usually in tournament games, many of them come down to free throw shooting. And right now, he's 0 of 3 and knocks down the second one. And the Minutemen have cut it to 11. And Jason Henlon just telling people to kind of get out of his way right now.
Yeah, he's got a feel and a flow. Count it. This dude is just throwing the city on his back and going to work.
Well, he came down the floor on the right side and just – so I'm not sure who was on the wing here, but he said, just get out of my way.
Don't need you right now, buddy.
And, you know, the one thing I really like with guards is when they play off 2 feet, and he can get to the lane and play off 2 feet. This is his second free throw of the night, though.
Still got the Minutemen doubled up right now on the scoreboard. Husty, a little sliver.
Yep. There's Legrand. He needs to knock this one down.
Best look Lexington's had from long range so far tonight. Meanwhile, here's Brown.
Well, you got
but this guy's, he's just in his zone.
And the choice there was Henlon or Kobe Brown, and both of those guys are on fire here early in this basketball game. We got a foul here. It's going to be the second personal foul.
Get a substitution. Let's flip it back though on that Fairway Mortgage replay. And it was just kind of just another situation. He's got a red-hot shooter open, and he just kind of like, nope, I'll take it from here.
Yep. So Lex again, baseline out of bounds here. They scored on the first one. Sandusky did a much better job defending on the second one. And there's the same play. They had the same play that they ran earlier that Caudill got the basket. Just not able to catch it cleanly. And there he is to the lane.
Got turned away. Nice block by Luttrell, but it sets up a shooter. This one off target, though, from McCavion lately. The Minutemen with a burst down to the other end. Past the midway point.
Wow, that's a deep three.
And it's a big one. Boy, did they need that one. Minutemen fans, a bit of a sign of relief on their face. Tipped around. Heading in Lexington's favor. Show that last three. I mean, this was a deep one. You call this a logo three in modern day basketball, Joe.
Yep. Yep.
Got a timeout taken by the Blue Streak. It'll be a full timeout, their first, and look at that run going right now. They needed those 3 points desperately.
Yeah.
13-4 run.
And if you're Sandusky, you're kind of like, well, they're going to make some shots. I mean, it wasn't like it was a wide open shot. That was, you know, beyond the Bob Haas logo there, able to knock it down. So a 12-point lead for the Streaks, 3:20 to go in the half. I mean, if you're Lexington, ideally what you would like to do is cut this lead at about half if you can, you know, be within about 6 at the half. I mean, right now if you're Sandusky, you're looking at, man, take this 12 and let's see if we can stretch it to 15 or more, and then we're going to see how Lex responds in the second half. So next 3 minutes could be really important as to how this game's going to be played in the second half.
Lexington possession. Sandusky going to come show some full court pressure.
They like that 2-2-1 look. It looks like they're going to be man-to-man, though, but you probably expect that somebody's going to run and trap here.
Luttrell able to skip by Aaron. Legrand spins out of it. A little runner, in and out.
Yep. Great rebound there by Anthony Redding.
He'll cut through Amir Aaron now to the corner. Hop step, Johnson threw it away.
Only the second turnover of the night.
I'm not sure why Seven Allen thought that he needed to try to throw that down. A layup would have done them just fine. And he got his shot blocked. Looks like the Streak's going to take another timeout.
Yeah.
Show you that last replay here, Coach. I mean, Seven, I mean, he just wanted to get on the OH report. Joe show top cuts. Would have been nasty, but you probably just take the layup.
Well, I guess maybe trying to ignite this crowd, but Jason Henlon said no way on that play. Both tremendous athletes there showing their athleticism, but Sandusky calls that timeout, gets a reset here. And as again we mentioned, 12-point lead. If you're Sandusky, you would like to stretch this to 15 or more if you could before the half. Another high post entry. They're going to run a little flex action again.
Legrand sitting down on it. Now they give it back up to Henlon. And
going to reset.
He's got a dozen already.
Henlon calling what they want. And a little 2-1-2 look. They're going to X off the high post. And here comes a guy that's had a hot hand.
Deflected right back.
But Kobe Brown got it right back.
Henlon just so poised with the basketball, restructuring the offense as they reposition. Here he goes, gets another clean look, long range back iron. Johnson to the third level, and it squirts out. Nice shot by Caudill to find 7. Allen, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Dale Johnson there with a great effort. I mean, the Streaks have 5 offensive rebounds here in the second quarter. And it looks like Husty and Fogel will check back in. But a chance for 7 Allen to cut the deficit to 10. And Allen's a 67% free throw shooter on the season.
Third leading scorer on the team this year. Such balanced scoring for them up near the top with 7 Caudill and Fogel all around 13 a game. Euro step, left hand, this dude.
Well, Kobe Brown's kind of showing it all tonight.
Meanwhile,
but Lex comes right back. Fogel scores in transition.
Beautiful response by the Minutemen.
They're going to reset. And big emphasis here for Lex is just keep the ball out of the lane and make them shoot a jump shot with some pressure.
4 wide right now, Arrington along the baseline.
Yep.
Aaron cuts through.
Yep.
See what they get into here.
Looks like they, it'll be interesting to see if they hold for the last shot of the quarter.
The call from Henlon was to put up the number 1 on his finger.
And Lex, Lex probably not really worried with this here. 11-point lead for the Streaks. If they can get a stop here, that would be huge to start the second half.
Possession arrow is favoring Lexington right now.
So Lex will get the ball to start the third, but let's see what they do.
A minute 10 coming off the clock. As Henlon, a couple low dribbles. I think he just lost it.
They called it. It got deflected. So 8.7. This is, I think, one of the first times that Sandusky's had the ball baseline out of bounds. So let's see what they come up with here. Looks like Lex going 2-3 zone here on their baseline out of bounds, which Coach Hamilton has done a lot throughout his career. My.
What a spot inside. Second chance points. The Streaks push their lead out to 13 off of the follow right there. Excellent way to end the half if you're a fan of the Sandusky Blue Streaks. Unbelievable vision on the inside. The follow from Arrington, and it makes it 32-19 here at the break. We'll step aside, quick commercial timeout. When we return, Joe and I will have your first half numbers. Take a look at some other games going down live and free on the OH Report tonight. Get you all set for the second half of action. It's live, it's free, and it's right here on the OH Report, easing you in to your Friday night. Stay here. You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
Don't just get around this winter season, conquer it with the 2025 Ford Escape. With 25 models to choose from, the Escape is built for all types of weather, from blizzards to blue skies. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy every moment with tech features that keep you in control, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. Or your kids and neighbors. The 2025 Ford Escape. Ready for winter? Ready for you.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skowronski. You just heard me on the call, and you can hear me and all the other family of OH reporters pretty much every night here on the future of local sports. It's halftime here inside of the Haas. 2 quarters in the books, in Sandusky kind of liking the way they're playing a bit more than the number 1 seed as the Streaks lead at 32-19. I am Brian Skowronski alongside the great Joe Balogh. Speed, athleticism, discipline. Sandusky showcased a lot of that there in the first half. That's how they were able to run out to this nice streaky lead.
Well, the big key is they shot the ball well to start the basketball game, so playing with a lot more confidence offensively than maybe they did on Wednesday night. I mean, if you're Lex, they did a really good job in the first quarter of not allowing second shots, but part of that was Sandusky wasn't missing very many shots. In the second quarter, I believe they gave up 6 offensive rebounds, and that's got to be a key. The other problem for Lex is they've turned it over 7 times. So, again, we talk a lot about the first 3 minutes of the game. Sandusky was really good with that. Now the first 3 minutes of the second half, Lex is going to have to be – that's going to be a key because down 13, you can't let it balloon to between 15 or 20 early. Because Sandusky then just feeds on that. So first couple possessions are going to be really key for Lex.
Both Jason Henlon along with Kobe Brown each with a dozen points. So they've outscored the Minutemen just themselves so far here in this contest.
Yeah.
Didn't see a whole lot of three-pointers fall the other night in the semifinals for the Blue Streaks early. Then they started to find their way from beyond the arc. Different story here tonight, Joe, and I think Kobe kind of setting the stage for what was to come in that first half, just lighting it up from long range.
Yeah, he's got 2 threes, he's got 3 twos, and the 3 twos are in a multiple of ways. I think like a 15-foot jumper, and then he had a Euro step move in transition. He's been really special tonight for the Streaks. Lex, Braden Fogel has 9, and Seven Allen has 8. So their 2 kind of stars have stepped up. Joe Caudill with only 2. When Lex has been able to get the ball into the paint to Caudill or Fogel, they've had success. But we said part of that problem is the amount of ball pressure that Sandusky can put on the ball handler or the passer has made it difficult for Lex to feed the basketball into the post.
One more commercial timeout on the way. Joe and I will be back with your second half action here inside of the Haas. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
Don't just get around this winter season, conquer it with the 2025 Ford Escape. With 25 models to choose from, the Escape is built for all types of weather, from blizzards to blue skies. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy every moment with tech features that keep you in control, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. Or your kids and neighbors. The 2025 Ford Escape. Ready for winter? Ready for you.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skowronski. You just heard me on the call, and you can hear me and all the other family of OH reporters pretty much every night here on the future of local sports.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
We bring you back into the Haas for your halftime show presented by Susan Falde, your Haring Realty agents. Halftime here, 32-19 Blue Streaks with the lead. Some other games about to be going live here on the OH Report very soon. Take a look at a couple of the other brackets that we have. Joe, we got a chance to see the semifinals in the D6 Northwest 3. Some unbelievable games there. Colonel Crawford emerging late in a win over Western Reserve. And then Crestview, despite Justice Thompson being limited to just 4 points, they get into the district championship for the first time under John Kurtz. Should be an excellent matchup.
Yeah, I mean, only loss the Eagles had was the first game of the year. They've won 22 in a row, and now they get a chance to, seek a little bit of revenge on the Cougars. Should be a great basketball game. I mean, Crestview showed a 2-3 zone the other night, something we have not seen them play a lot during the year, but had a lot of success, and I would anticipate that's part of their game plan tonight because they're going to have to try to control the two DeGray brothers inside. That's going to be a big key in that basketball game.
Also have the Shelby Whippets in action, going head-to-head with the #1 seed in the Elida Bulldogs. And Shelby, what a marvelous comeback they had the other night. 10 straight points to close out the game. Upper Sandusky, my heart still bleeds for Jeff Winslow and that gang over there. Such a nice, likable group. But they missed their last 5 free throws in a row. Pretty much any of them could have iced it.
We talk a lot about free throws, and, the pressure of a tournament game makes it difficult. But the Whippets surely have a good chance to get out of that because, Elida is a good basketball team, but it's not like that they're a dominant basketball team.
So Minutemen basketball to open up third quarter action. Down by 13. We've seen them with some phenomenal stretches, though, throughout the season. Very much still in the game if they can get off to a nice start here in the third. But block shot, weak side. Bonner coming from out of nowhere. Lost his balance. So did Husty. Just a helter-skelter start, and Joe Caudill to the wreck.
Well, so Lex gets the first basket here. It's got it to 11. Now what you're looking to do, see if you can get a stop and get it under double digits here. And you can see Lex really just playing really gap defense, not a lot of pressure on the basketball. Emphasis here is make them shoot the ball from the perimeter.
We're able to bury 4 trifectas in that first half. Not typical for a team that only shoots just about 20% from long range.
And that's what you do as a coach at this time of the year. You play the percentages. And so we said they're 23% three-point shooting team, Sandusky is. So you can see Lex has even backed it off a lot more than they did in the first half.
Henlon puts his head down to the corner with Brown.
Yep.
And the Streaks have not been in any hurry since late in that second quarter.
I mean, this could be a big stop, though, for Lex. You get a stop here, it gives you a little bit of momentum because you got Sandusky playing at a pace that maybe they're not really used to. But tournament action, you're going to do anything you can to win.
Aaron down the lane. Caudill says,
Yep. Good help there by Joe Caudill. And baseline out of bounds here. And they're just going to throw it over the top. And Lex is 2-3 zone on the out of bounds, and it looks like they're going to stay 2-3 zone here.
You noted that this is not necessarily a pace Sandusky likes to play at the 5th highest scoring team in D3.
Sandusky kind of looked like they were going to maybe make them try to play man-to-man.
Short corner jumper, too much. Fogel tips it to himself. So we'll see if the momentum starts to swing.
Yep.
Big stop, like you said, for Lexington.
So they got the score. They got to stop. Let's see if they can get another score and get it under 10 here.
The switch with Henlon on top on Husty. Here's where they really need to capitalize. Underneath, but it's just ripped out of the sky by Bonner.
Caudill with the pass there.
Jason down the lane, up and under, missed it, but Arrington is fouled.
Well, Arrington had the big offensive rebound right at the end of the half. And that's the problem when you get a guy like Henlon going to the basket. Your bigs rotate to try to block or defend the shot, which is going to leave an opening for somebody to get to the offensive glass. And Arrington able to get there, and now at the free throw line makes the first of 2.
Below 50% on the season, hadn't been to the free throw line a ton. This will only be his 25th attempt. Looked pretty good, though, on that trip.
First two makes of the night, as the Streaks are now 2 of 4 from the free throw line for the game. Back to a 13-point lead.
Allen spins, tries to send it through a couple of outstretched arms. Chased down in the corner here by Hughes, who gets it to Fogel.
Fogel just using that big, strong body to get to the basket.
A near slip there by Arrington sets up Brown. Now the long rebound, Allen on the fly. The floater, too strong.
And who's there to rebound it? Kobe Brown.
Kobe's been great all night shooting it.
Great pass.
Wow.
And they extend their defense here. Those two, Arrington and Henlon, pressuring the basketball here. And they're going to call Henlon for a reach-in. First foul of the third quarter for the Blue Streaks.
Zip back to that last bucket. Just another excellent find by Henlon. He's really had the dial under his control at his fingertips tonight.
Yeah, he plays fast, but he plays under control.
So does this guy right here, 7 Allen. Looking for a screen, goes opposite, doubled. Fogel gets turned away, blocked inside by Bonner. Now Husty, the step through. Lex just can't seem to buy one. Fogel again, and that'll go.
So 2 offensive rebounds there by the Minutemen. Hughes with a good job there of keeping Henlin out of the lane.
And uncharacteristically, Henlin tosses it away.
Yeah. Kind of interesting here that Sandusky's going to take their third time out of the game.
Be a full timeout. Timeout tonight presented by Directions Credit Union. 6-4 right now, the run by Lexington. We are talking about just how under control we've seen Henlin play with, and so far this season as well. Seven Allen, that's kind of been his MO. Here's our point guard spotlight tonight. Both kids so similar. Henlin a bit of a higher scoring average. We saw Seven Allen earlier in the year. He was right around there before Falde returned, but these guys, they're so dynamic, Joe, and they do everything for their team that is necessary.
Well, the one impressive stat there is they have over 100 rebounds, and one of the things that if you got a point guard that can rebound the basketball, and we've already seen both of them, you don't have to worry about an outlet pass. They can just take it and go. And both of these players are very, very good in the open floor, being able to create their own shot and, more importantly, finish at the rim. So Lex basketball here, down by 11, looking to see if they can get it under 10 with just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And they're going to go a 1-4 high set. They run what we call an Iverson cut.
Now here's Luttrell skipping into the lane, contested shot. Strong rebound secured by Bonner.
Yeah, a little runner, got him off balance, not able to finish. Looks like Lex is going to go a little bit of zone here. Great backdoor pass, not able to finish though.
Bonner might have lost it on the way up. Husty at the dials right now, picks it up, slip inside.
Good slip by Caudill.
Joe Caudill now with 6 points to combine the 13 that they've got from Falde. Those two, they've really needed their scoring.
They got them under 10, and you got Sandusky playing a little slower pace than they did in the first half. So Lex, as you can see, their big emphasis here, give space. Let's make them shoot jump shots from the perimeter.
Aaron, who we spotlighted tonight, he's only attempted a couple shots, knocked down 1-3 early. So Seven Allen's done an excellent job taking him out of the game. They'll bring it over right side. They'll clear it. Now Henlin, hop step. Extra pass, the three on the way.
Shot.
Too much, and Allen.
Got to get a little run-out layup.
Lexington, the top seed, putting together a solid run right now.
Well, we said they've changed the pace of the game, and the big thing was they missed that long jumper, and they get a long rebound for an easy layup.
Seven Allen joining Falde now in double figures with 10. Hughes gambles a bit, able to recover. They'll leave the open shooter. That was Bonner. And now a deep three. My goodness, did they need that?
Well, Amir Aaron's got 6, and they're both on threes. That's a big shot right there. I mean, it's a shot Lex is going to give up to him. See if Lex can answer here again.
Just when you felt the pendulum of momentum swing towards the Minutemen, a monster trifecta.
Well, you know, it's a senior, and this is going to be tough right here to defend.
Nice up fake, Braden Falde now with 15.
You almost have to run somebody at Falde before he gets that deep. See if you can get it out of his hands, but he is so strong, especially when he gets both feet into the paint.
Highly coveted football prospects. A lot of D1s after him. They'll work it over into the corner. Amir almost lost that one. Knocked down his last triple.
30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Let's see if Sandusky chooses to get the last shot of the quarter, because I believe they have possession of the basketball to start the fourth.
Possession arrow is backing you up, Joe.
You anticipate it's going to be in Amir Aaron's hands here or Jason Henlin's foul. Lex's second foul of the third quarter, so it's going to be 7 seconds, 7.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Some subs to try to give some players a little bit of rest here before the fourth, but this could be a big possession. So anticipate that Amir Aaron or Jason Henlin's going to have the basketball in their hand.
Amir in the backcourt. They'll get it to him.
Yep.
He's got 8 seconds to work with.
And Henlin's going to set a screen but gets away, and Aaron's just going with his left hand. Good block.
Lost it on the way up. Markel Martin with the defense.
Markel Martin with a good job there. So baseline out of bounds, 1.7. Henlin, 3.
Wow. Ginormous 3 over the outstretched arm of the defense. Henlin putting on a huge performance tonight. He's got 15 as we are headed to the fourth. Blue Streaks now with a 42-31 cushion.
Almost could have been a 4-point play.
Supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
Minutemen trailing by 11. As we enter money time, the number 1 seed was putting on quite a show there in the third quarter. They got close, but back-to-back dagger triples. Amir Aaron hit one, and then at the horn, Jason Henlin has pumped this up to an 11-point game. I'm Brian Skowronski, Joe Balogh with me. Boy Sandusky.
They made 6 threes tonight, so kind of uncharacteristic. And, Lex really backed off the pressure here to try to limit, but they were only able to cut it by 2 points, 11-point deficit. And a big possession here if Sandusky can stretch this to 13 or 14 on this possession.
Henlin off the kick out. Aaron thinking about it. Martin stays with him. Now Johnson, who's back into the mix over in the corner. They'll get it back up top and reset.
I mean, Sandusky's showing great patience here. Henlin's getting to the basket, does not take it.
Aaron with a hop step. Martin fouled him.
Yep. So the problem now for Lex is this. You can't really sit back and play like they did that third quarter of giving a lot of space because Sandusky right now is willing just to take time off the clock. So some point here you're going to have to extend and come out and pressure. And then Sandusky's just, their quickness could be a problem. But Aaron going to the line misses the first of 2. And Braden Fogle checks back in as he leads Lex with 14 points tonight. And Aaron, 1 of 2 from the line tonight. And Sandusky picks up full court pressure here.
Dontrell Hughes at the handles right now.
Interesting right now, Seven Allen not in the basketball game.
Looking to get him a quick breather as we get a block on the perimeter. Amir rising to the occasion. Caudill spinning inside. Gets his own miss, and he's got 2 free throws in his future.
Yep.
Joe Caudill just battling in there, going head-to-head with Azorian Bonner. That's been a good matchup tonight.
Well, as we said, we felt that if Lex was able to get the basketball into the lane, they could have some success. And that's where they've been successful. The problem is it just hasn't been on a consistent basis right now. I mean, Lex 2 of 7 from the line so far tonight.
So he splits them. And now with just 6.5 minutes remaining, double-figure disadvantage here for Lexington. We'll see how they elect to go about things defensively. That'll help off the miss and tight, but Henlon, sneaky, comes back in and pulls off the theft.
I mean, it's only Lex's second turnover of the second half.
Now a reach-in foul. Let's go against Jacob Legrand, and boy, after a huge night, he was our MVP in the win against Ashland. He has been silent on offense, I think 0 for 2.
So the second team foul on Lex, and you're almost in a situation here if you're Lex, you almost want to start fouling to see at 55% for the season, can Sandusky make enough free throws to finish this game out? But right now the lane is wide open, and Henlon sees that.
Just go straight to Rack City. 2 more points on his total. Game high.
I mean, Lex out, they need to get out. You know, anybody that's in the corner, they need to get into the lane because Henlon just saw that wide open space. Going to be the second team foul on Sandusky here. And Coach Hamilton's going to take a timeout with 5:36 to go in the ball game.
3-1 start to this quarter as a timeout presented by Directions Credit Union. And during this break, we'll let Joe Balogh fill you in on something, and then I'll jump into the comment section. What do you think of Joe?
Well, the question is, Seven Allen's on the bench. I'm not really sure why. He's not in foul trouble. I don't know if he got hurt, but it's not been in the game here in the fourth quarter. And that's a problem if he's not going to be able to play here in the fourth. I'm not really sure, what that issue is. If you're Lex, you're almost in a situation here down 13 is to be aggressive and try to foul and then see if you can put Sandusky at the line and get some situations where they go 0 for 2 or 1 for 2 from the line and you're able to get a basket or a 3. But right now, Lex only has 1 3 all night. And one of the things that Sandusky does so well is they close out so quick to the shooters, whereas you saw the other night Jacob Legrand able to knock down open threes. They're just not quick enough to get it off and got the shot blocked. So Lex is going to have to do some things here. Seven Allen just checked back in. So Luttrell, Legrand, Seven Allen, Caudill, and Fogel into the lineup. Double high ball screen here. And then they deflected it.
Nearly a backcourt violation.
Yeah, ball got deflected, though. Good play there by Legrand.
And another deflection taken by Johnson on the hop. 2 steps down the lane. Won't fall in the cup, but Bonner keeps it alive, sets up Brown, who's fouled.
Well, you got to make sure you get back in defensive transition, which Lex kind of did, but Bonner just went right over top of people to grab that rebound. Well, as we said, Kobe Bryant's not Kobe Bryant.
Been playing like it sometimes.
Kobe Brown has kind of done it all as he goes to the free throw line and makes 1 of 2. Lex is going to have to speed it up a little bit.
Vogel has it poked away, bullies his way in there. Caudill keeps it alive. Legrand launches, can't hit.
Well,
Seven Allen, another rebound. He knifes his way in, and he'll head to the free throw line.
So Lex with 6 offensive rebounds here in the second half, so they're battling. And Allen, as we said, 67% free throw shooter. He's 1 of 2 so far tonight. But you got to take advantage of when the clock's not running, when you get to the free throw line and making free throws. And Allen knocks down the first.
Just under 5 minutes to go. Lexington trying to get it within a dozen. As Allen is in our Charter Next Gen free throw zone and can only split the pair.
So let's see, Lex looks like they're still man-to-man here. Almost a deflection and a steal.
Luttrell all over Henlon. They try to throw some fire at him. They'll set up Brown. Thought better of a three.
Yeah, you're starting to look at the score and time, even with 4:32 here. There's going to be a foul on 7 Allen.
Third foul on 7 Allen there on that reach-in.
And the team fourth, so Sandusky will start going to the free throw line here on the next foul.
LeGrand checks out here for the Minutemen.
Yep, Husty back into the basketball game. Or excuse me, Dontrell Hughes checks into the basketball game.
Both Hughes brothers out there right now. They love their defense at Lexington. And that's what they need some of right now. Got to get some stops. Certainly the offense got to come too. But Henlon has just been doing his thing all night long. Allen rips a triple. Fogel knocking it off the defense.
Fogel with a great effort there to knock it off of Redding. Ball's out of bounds.
And a quick look at that last bucket from Henlon, just going straight to the hoop. Past the midway point now. Two-man game. Allen has to pick it up. Slipping in is Caudill, and he'll head to the free throw line.
They've had some success with the screen and roll with Caudill, but it just is difficult to get into it with the pressure that Sandusky's able to put on the basketball. So Joe Caudill going to the line, 1 of 2 tonight so far.
Good hit on the first.
Caudill is 62% free throw shooter on the year, but I think early in the season he really struggled, probably especially coming off football. Been a lot better free throw shooter in the second half of the year.
Lexington continues to split at the free throw line. And that's going to lead to free throws for Sandusky now. Reach and foul against Luttrell Hughes.
Yep. So Jason Henlon going to the line. And Jason's a 55% free throw shooter. He's been there probably, with the stats we have, might be a game or so behind, but been there over 100 times this year. 0 of 2 tonight so far. 0 of 3. Yep. Make sure you box out here if you're Lex. Don't want to give them a second chance opportunity because every possession now becomes crucial. Henlon splits the pair. 1 of 4 tonight. Got to get something going here a little bit quick. 7 Allen with penetration. And they're going to call a foul. Be 2 shots. Not on the shot. They called it on the floor, but 5th foul on Sandusky. So 7 Allen going to the line. He's shot 4, as we've said. He's split the pair on each one. Important now that you got to just start making free throws. So again, Allen makes the first of 2. See if he can make the second here. And he misses the second.
Just a lot of big misses here in the second half for Lexington.
And Dale Johnson with the rebound there. Johnson has not scored tonight. after having 10 in the second half against Mansfield Senior. But Henlon's just going to kind of toy with it out top here.
Yeah, playing with his food as he blows it by him, but Hughes from the weak side of the block. Allen, zip pass. Falde blocked. Henlon got a piece of that one. Track meet ensues. Here's Brown, the leave off. LeGrand taps it back. Minutemen ball.
Well, two really athletic plays there. One by, I believe that was that Dontrell Hughes?
Yes.
With a block, and then Henlon comes right back and blocks another one. So 14-point lead for the Streaks. Now under 3 minutes. Lex is going to have to start going a little bit quicker.
Vogel faces up. They're going to give him lots of space. Foul line jumper in and out. Defensive rebound, one and done. Bonner pushing ahead.
Yep. And you're going to anticipate Sandusky's just going to try to spread them out. Caudill's going to foul, which is really what you have to do right now. See if Sandusky can make free throws. So Amir Aaron going to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 tonight. 62% free throw shooter on the season.
Aaron's now got 8 points. Sandusky up to 50.
And an offensive rebound, that's what you cannot allow off of a missed free throw.
Yeah, that's an absolute killer here for Lexington.
Yeah. Caudill just didn't make any kind of contact, and Redding just jumped right over top to rebound the ball.
More free throws coming up. Kobe Brown steps up to the charity stripe. And a lot of fans starting to head for the exit here, Joe. They see the writing on the wall.
Yep. I mean, 15-point lead with 2:24. It's going to take a very valiant effort here. And Sandusky, as we said, scores 70 points on the year, but they've shown they can be very patient at the offensive end of the floor, especially here in the second half. And again, Lex cannot secure the rebound.
So a lot of self-inflicted wounds down the stretch for Lexington, and the #1 seed very much looks like they're going to be headed home in the district championship game yet again.
Yep.
They've managed to get here the last couple years and just have not been able to finish off the task.
Well, but you've played some pretty good teams. I mean, a year ago, Shelby, outstanding year, and a Sandusky team that's I think's kind of been on a mission this year, especially maybe after the start they had where they struggled a little bit. They've been really good here down the stretch of the season.
Johnson flipped it up in tight. Now Lexington's got to go to work. Allen, straight direct. City left it on the front lip.
And just smart there that Sandusky, you're not going to foul.
Aaron had it tapped out of his hands, or did he throw it away?
Yeah, he just threw it away, I believe. And I think their coaching staff's up just saying, let's just take care of the basketball here. 4th turnover of the second half. I mean, what's kind of interesting, Brian, is Lex has only turned the ball over twice here in the second half. But still Sandusky being able to stretch this lead out. After leading by 13, they lead by 16 here in the 4th quarter.
Latrell Hughes left hand scoop and gets a friendly roll.
And again, Lex is going to have to foul here. Caudill fouls Jason Henlon, who currently is 1 of 4 on the night from the free throw line.
Minutemen looking to get LeGrand into the game. It's going to be a myriad of three-point shooters as Latrell heads over to the sideline.
just got an update. Colonel Crawford up 19-6 at the end of the first quarter.
So the top seed there off to a strong start, unlike here tonight, as Hughes pulls up from way downtown and not even close. Sandusky just 75 seconds away from moving back into the regionals, second time in 3 seasons for them. You talked about the mission, Joe, that they wanted to get on. 21 wins in the regular season last year. Unbelievably disappointed that they got knocked out actually in the district semifinals last year, though they were playing Division I. And now Henlon and company, they can feel it.
Yep. Well, you know, at the beginning we talked about Sandusky and their ability to score the basketball, averaging 70 a game. But tonight, it's been the defensive effort that's just been outstanding. And Dale Johnson going to the line, getting his first points of the night. And Johnson 2 of 2.
Lexington going to the reserves. Coach Hamilton waving the white flag.
Yep. I mean, pretty much a dominant performance tonight here by the Streaks, really from the get-go. They got out of the gate quick and just never let Lex really get back in the basketball game.
LeGrand, a rainbow off the backboard, rebound to Johnson. And we'll see if the Streaks just try to run it out here these last 45 seconds.
Well, and Coach Moore is going to make a timeout here. 30-second timeout, I think, is going to get some subs in. So I believe we can start talking a little bit about the matchup. I think they match up with a district out of the Northeast, which playing tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Nordonia versus Lutheran West, a team that Lutheran West that pretty much handled Lex probably about 3 weeks ago. So I think we mentioned this before too, Brian, is all the history of Sandusky basketball, they've never won a regional basketball game. When I heard that this week, I was kind of just shocked when you think of the teams they've had, the players that they've had. And right now it looks like Lex is just going to let them run the clock out here in the last 30 seconds.
Been incredibly impressive what Sandusky's been able to accomplish this week here at the Haas.
Yep.
Come from behind win to knock off Mansfield Senior with an incredible fourth quarter, and now they lead from the opening tip here tonight. The Sandusky Blue Streaks are headed back to the Sweet 16. They are your district champions here at Willard with a 54-37 victory, knocking off the #1 seeded Minutemen. We have got a commercial break coming up. We'll be back. We will have the award ceremony, the net cutting, and then we'll catch up with the most valuable player. See if we can't get Coach Moore to join us as well. Plenty coming up on our post-game action. It's all live and free, and it's on the way in just a couple minutes.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a phone supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
Don't just get around this winter season, conquer it with the 2025 Ford Escape. With 25 models to choose from, the Escape is built for all types of weather, from blizzards to blue skies. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy every moment with tech features that keep you in control, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. Or your kids and neighbors. The 2025 Ford Escape. Ready for winter? Ready for you.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skowronski. You just heard me on the call, and you can hear me and all the other family of OH reporters pretty much every night here on the future of local sports.
Your post-game coverage presented by our friend Susan Falde over at Haring Realty brings you back inside of the Haas, where the medal presentation right now going down live and free for the runners-up in the Lexington Minutemen, the #1 seed. Another awesome season for them, 20 victories, OCC champions, outright victors in that league as well, but they come up short here tonight. Just didn't have what it took to take down a blue streak team that came out inspired. A lot of effort and energy at the beginning of the game, Joe, and knocking down those big threes really motivated them and kept them in front the entire night.
Yeah, I mean, they jump out to a 13-4 lead in the first quarter and then just never looked back. I think the closest Lex got was 15-12 at the end of the first. And then Sandusky stretches it to a 13-point lead at the half, and Lex might have gotten it under 10 once, but Sandusky just not going to be denied tonight. And you just got to really appreciate, I guess, the poise and discipline that Sandusky played. Usually they like a game that's a track meet, and in the second half they were satisfied to just take some time off the clock as Lex really set back to try to keep the Blue Streaks out of the lane, which is what they did, but Sandusky's poise just held true here through the night.
Final player receiving their medal here for the Minutemen, as the coaching staffs now will be honored. Coach Hamilton's had a lot of the same guys with him for a number of years. He's been there for more than a dozen.
And he's going to have guys back. I mean, they're a junior-laden squad. And, you know, say what you want. I mean, 3 OCC championships in a row and the winningest coach in Lexington basketball history. And that says a lot, because Lexington has a great tradition of basketball, and what he's accomplished is special. And sometimes people just don't realize how special that is, and also the amount of time and work it takes to do that. So the 3 seniors from Lex are going to accept the district runner-up trophy. I mean, as in any case, when you lose, you're disappointed, but get a couple days or a week or so to look back. They had a special season to win the OCC for the 3rd time, and I think you beat Dover twice, who's coming into the league. Traditional basketball power also. You had to beat at New Philly. The only loss in the league is at Worcester, which is a tough place to play. So the Minutemen can be proud of what they've accomplished this season.
It's the Blue Streaks night here at Willard, however, as they are moving on as your district champions. And unlike the Junior Laden Club on the other side, a lot of seniors kind of directing the ship here, and I think it really showed. This team plays with a ton of pride.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of these guys have played a lot as sophomores. A couple of them played as freshmen. So Coach Moore giving a lot of big hugs. It's been a work in progress, and you have the disappointment of a year ago. And in most cases, as coaches, your goal is to win your league, which they did at 9-1, and to win a district title, which they were able to do here tonight.
Some big performances as well from some of the standout veterans that you look across the board. And, Henlon certainly jumps off the paper with what he was able to do. Him and Kobe Brown early in the game, I mean, they were just an avalanche.
Yeah, they were really good. I mean, Jason Henlon's a special player. I mean, their two leading scorers did what they had to do. They led this basketball team, and then you have Amir Aaron, who hit 2 threes, has a total of 8 points. Arian Arrington has 8 points. So role guys stepped up also as they only scored 54. And it wasn't like Lex held them to 54. It was kind of like they got that 13-point lead, and Lex, kind of sat back, which is what they had to do. But when they did that, took a lot of time off the clock and limited the number of possessions in the second half.
Just a much different style to win than they did in the semifinals, and that's the mark of a true champion. Sandusky very impressive in all the different facets of the game.
And they, as we mentioned, they played at Richmond Heights, they played in Upper Arlington, they played in Elyria, they played St. Ed's. So they have played a high-quality schedule of teams that play at different styles and have outstanding basketball players. So you look at the 7 losses, they built themselves, 1, to win their league. 2, more importantly, they played those games early in the season to prepare themselves for this moment and an opportunity in the regional next week to win their first regional game.
Still blown away by that. We see Colonel Crawford out to a ginormous lead over Crestview, 26 points.
36-10 at the half. So looks like the Eagles are going to advance to the regional also.
How about the run David Sheldon and that team have had here lately?
Yeah.
He mentioned it in my pregame interview the other night. The standard is the standard.
Yep.
And for them, it's now getting to regionals.
Well, and then the scary thing is they have almost all those guys coming back.
Unbelievable.
The 2 DeGrays, Holt, Whiteman coming off the bench. But, the situation is you can talk all about, even like with Lex, they have guys coming back, but you never know. You never know, like injuries, illness. And also in the case of Lex, you got 2 big-time football players, and kind of the thing now is
leave early.
You leave early. I mean, and you can't really blame kids for that if they choose to do that, because if there's significant money involved, that makes a difference. I think, like you and I have said, that we would like to have $50 more in our pocket every month if we could, but that's the nature of college sports now. So
I think it's a bit more than $50 these days as well, Joe. More than a sandwich.
Yeah, it's more than a sandwich. So, especially for some really special players, it's. I mean, I heard somebody talking the other day. They talked about some of these guys are going to make more money when they're 18 to 22 than they will make from when they're 22 to 45. And you kind of look at that. There's probably a lot of truth to that.
And the truth here tonight was the Sandusky Blue Streaks. They're about to cut down the nets. We're going to step aside one more time with a commercial break. We'll be back. We'll show you that. We'll also have an interview with the most valuable player of the game, all on the way. Live and free post-game coverage returns here inside of the Haas in just a couple minutes.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free. Thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Don't just get around this winter season, conquer it with the 2025 Ford Escape. With 25 models to choose from, the Escape is built for all types of weather, from blizzards to blue skies. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy every moment with tech features that keep you in control, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. Or your kids and neighbors. The 2025 Ford Escape. Ready for winter? Ready for you.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skowronski. You just heard me on the call, and you can hear me and all the other family of OH reporters pretty much every night here on the future of local sports.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here, blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta.
Our post-game coverage continues here inside of the Haas on the campus of Willard for your net cutting ceremony. Sandusky moving on to the regional second time in 3 seasons, defeating the Minutemen for the second time in 3 seasons to punch their ticket into that game. I'm Brian Skowronski, Joe Balogh, my partner here tonight. And this just seems like it's an easy team to root for, this Sandusky team. They kept their composure very well, some unbelievable athletes, and there's a brotherhood that it stood out pregame for me in the semifinals. We saw it again here tonight after the big victory over the Tigers. This is just a quality team that you mentioned at the beginning of the game on a mission, and mission accomplished so far.
Well, you know, one of the things that coaches when they talk about is offense wins games and defense wins championships, and it was the Streaks defense tonight that was outstanding. Although they didn't force, they forced 7 turnovers in the first half, only 9 for the game. You would think that Sandusky would want to get into that 15 to 20 range of forcing turnovers, but the thing that they did was amazing is Lex only had 1 3, and that was a 7 Allen really deep 3 in the first half. And you think back to this game, I mean, Lex only had a handful of looks from 3-point range. They did an outstanding job of, defending the 3-point line, and then just their quickness and athleticism makes it difficult to beat them off the dribble, and then they had 21 defensive rebounds tonight, so a lot of one-and-dones, especially in the first half. They limited Lex to just one offensive rebound.
This, of course, is not updated with Sandusky advancing, but this is how they were able to get their journey one more time, knocking off Columbian in the opening round to get here to Willard and taking care of business against Mansfield Senior. If you're a Blue Streaks fan that did not see how they were able to get that win, they trailed the entire night until the fourth quarter and went on a blistering tear to, I think, give them some momentum and some confidence here coming in against Lexington.
Yeah, I mean, they that, I guess if you can carry the momentum, they carried that momentum from the last 4 minutes of that game right into tonight's start, as they were very solid and outstanding in the start tonight.
Quick score update for you guys in the Division 4 game that we have going live and free. The Whippets are up by 2 right now at the half. And it looks like we've got our most valuable player coming over right now. Hey, there he is, Kobe Brown, popping up. So we're going to hand him off on the headset after a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back live and free at Willard.
At Grand Ford of Mansfield, all 2024 models must go. Nearly 60 vehicles available with financing as low as 0% or up to $10,000 off popular models like F-150, Bronco Sport, Ranger, Super Duty, and more. View our selection at 1515 West 4th Street in Mansfield or shop online at GramFord.com.
They been sleeping.
We return now with your player of the game presented by Fairway Independent Mortgage Company. Kobe Brown setting the stage here tonight. Blistering shooting performance out of the gates, and I think really helped carry you guys the rest of the night. So let's begin there at the start of the game and just your confidence shooting the basketball. You guys were ice cold against the Tigers early on. How do you think that helped jumpstart you here tonight, knocking down a couple of those big threes?
Yeah, for sure. The Mansfield game, we came out real slow. I myself was missing a lot of threes. I think I only hit one. So the next day at practice, I was really working on it, getting my shots up, shooting. And then I came out today confident because, I can't lose my touch. My team depends on me. So if I need to shoot some shots or just put some in the hope to help my team go, that's what I'm going to do, to help motivate them.
Big senior class led by you, Jason, of course, and talking to Henlon after the semifinal game, he said this was a team kind of on a mission. You were really disappointed the way the season ended last year. So how satisfied are you so far to start checking the boxes, get back to a regional?
Yep, right now we looking real good. Job's not finished, of course, but I feel like we really bounced back. Us as seniors, we know how that L felt to Perrysburg last year. We've been really thinking about that. So in this playoffs, it's just been go mode. Every possession counts. We can't leave leave no doubt every time we step on the floor.
What I was most impressed with tonight is that you guys played at a fast-paced last game to get the victory, a little bit slower here tonight. So we're going to let you get down there and get your picture, but go ahead, give some shout-outs before we turn you loose, bro. Who you want to shout out tonight for the win?
My guy Jay Henney, because he went crazy for 20 tonight, and Amir good defense on 7 Island, Yeah, and Dale too, Dale. And sorry, man, just shout out the whole team, man. But I think I got to get down here and take some pictures.
All right, shout out Streak Nation. Thanks, Kobe Brown. Appreciate it, man. Go celebrate.
Yeah, thank you.
Supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
Final trip back into Willard tonight for your post-game show presented by Susan Falde. One of my favorite MVP interviews that we've had so far during this tournament, Joe. A man that had a lot to celebrate tonight. Kobe Brown, a big performance, and now down with his teammates, smiling it up. Just a good personality, and as I was mentioning, just seems like this team, they're likable, easy to cheer for, and the job's not done.
No, you're gonna. We wish them a lot of luck as they get into the regional tournament. You would say probably the favorite coming out of the district they match up would be Lutheran West, but you never know. It's really interesting. You said kind of different styles that they played from Wednesday night to tonight. They got out of the gate quick, were kind of that up and down, and then the second half they really kind of took what Lex gave them and just played with a lot of poise, and that's what's going to take. I mean, the big thing for them, I think, is you continue this run, you got to continue to be a better free throw shooting team throughout the tournament, and they are a well-deserved district champs here tonight.
That's why they're advancing back to the regionals, and if they are to play Lutheran West, that's the team that knocked them out of the tournament when they got back there a couple of seasons ago. So I'm sure that this is a team that they're interested in getting that matchup all over again, Joe. They don't seem to shy away from anybody, and at the holiday hoopla, you talked about some of the teams that they played early on. St. Edward's big-time D1 powerhouse program. They had mentioned to me that Sandusky, the most challenging team that was on their schedule so far, even though it was early on. So this is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, they've challenged themselves, and it wasn't like in those games that they got blown out. They were in those games until the very end and just were not able to finish them.
So for the Minutemen, let's put a quick bow on their season as the number 1 seed here. And you talked about how many guys are coming back for them. A lot of juniors on the team. They're going to lose LeGrand and Gavin Husty, 2 really good players for them, but the bulk majority of their offense, their rebounding, their culture, it's still going to be around for Coach Hamilton next year if those 2 studs don't leave early for football scholarships.
And then it'll be. I mean, they would be very similar to what Sandusky is this year. Is that, they would have a senior-laden squad that's had disappointment the last 2 years of just not being able to get out. So sometimes that hunger really feeds you and fuels you to get that much better in the summer. So it'll be interesting to see, can Lex get back to this position again next year, and then would they be able to finish it off?
And then for the Sandusky Blue Streaks, moving on. Happy to see these boys continue in the tournament. Perhaps we will catch them at regionals in the next round. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors combining to bring you tonight's contest, including McCready Interiors, who specialize in quality custom furniture and residential commercial interior design. Susan Falde, and if you deserve the best real estate service, which you do, you might want to call Susan at 419-565-3315. Fairway Mortgage Company. Financing a home can be scary. Chris Durbin and Dennis Reed with Fairway Independent Mortgage will bring you the reassurance of national strength combined with a hometown service. NMLS 374788. Directions Credit Union. Score more with instant savings when you open a new checking account and get rewarded. Charter Next Gen, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Graham Ford, where all 2024 Ford models must go, financing as low as 0% or $10K off. And Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Final word here from Willard this weekend, Joe?
Well, we saw just a really solid Sandusky basketball team here on Wednesday night, and then again today. They get a chance to go to Toledo on Wednesday, I believe. First game at 6 o'clock, and that's kind of interesting because I don't think the University of Toledo has really hosted a regional for a while. We got to play there in 94 and 95, and actually it was when we were able to win a regional and advance to the state, and that's a great venue to play in. I think it's still, I don't know if it's still called Savage Hall or not, but I think that's what it was called. So they'll enjoy this tonight, and I think the matchup with Nordonia and Lutheran West is tomorrow.
Correct.
At 4 o'clock, so they'll get a chance. Their coaching staff is going to get a chance to see them live, which, you can watch a lot of tape and kind of being, I guess, an old guy that I am, even though we watched a lot of tape, it was always different when you got to go see a team play in person because it gave you a little bit better gauge. So they'll have some time to prepare. They have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, play on Wednesday, so they should be refreshed and prepared and ready to go at 6 o'clock at the University of Toledo.
And for all you young cats out there, tape means huddle. That's what it
That's
means.
right. Yeah,
that's where the
now,
video is these days.
It's not. Used to be VHS tapes, and then it was the disc, and now it's just huddle where you trade. You didn't have to drive all over the state to grab tapes from everybody. So those were the old days, Brian.
The good old days at that. Well, that's Joe Balogh, my color commentator here tonight. The rest of our crew, Madeline Zizzuto getting all those awesome sideline shots that you enjoyed throughout the contest. Jory Hollenbeck, our top cam. I am Brian Skowronski, signing out for right now. Other live and free games are going at the moment. Check them all out here on the future of local sports, the OH Report, and have a good weekend, everybody.